Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to GRL Restorations. I'm Rick on my continuing series of variator overhaul and assembly procedures. Today, I'm going to give you an update on updated assembly procedures. It makes it easier. But first, let's have a little history lesson in the use of variators. Back in the 1960s, when John Deere was developing the 110 series tractors, they experimented with variators. Now, what I have in front of me are three different iterations of the swing arms that went on these variators up until the end of production. To my left, the one in John Deere green was the first used on what people call the round fenders, 63 or so. And see that there's a two-part piece, and but the commonality is the variator sheaves throughout the whole history. So this one was on the first one of the 110, 112 series. This one begins in the mid-series, and it's quite a bit different in the swing arm and the way it attaches. And the third one over here is the latest one used in the 200 series tractors. So, but again, as I said, the commonality is the sheaves, bushing, hub, and you can interchange these. It goes from the early ones to the late ones, including the material collection systems used after '87. So what today I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble this sheave assembly, show you how simple it is, and hopefully it'll give you some insights on what you want to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some thread locker and just put a little dab on the threads on one side. Not much, just a little. And then take the hub and bearing assembly and screw it in. Once that's complete, if there's any excess thread locker, just wipe it off the backside. Next, I'm going to lubricate the outer hard chrome surface of the hub. Think of this as kind of like a camshaft lube. You got to have something to break in the camshaft, so they use a camshaft lube, but nothing any different here. I use a two-part mixture that I developed, and it works quite well. So especially gives the time for the grease in the lube channel of the center sheave to begin its passageway down into the bushing and onto the sheave. So here we go. We'll just smear some on. This makes a very nice, smooth, slick surface. All right, that one's done. So then I'll take the center sheave assembly and do the same thing to the bushing. Once that is on the bushing, then we'll go ahead and slide it onto the hub. You see how nicely that slides on. This one is a really good a unit at the hub to the bushing clearance is 1/1000, which is just like brand new factory spec. You can see how nicely it moves, no wobble. And lastly, we'll take the other part of the other sheave, put a dab of thread locker on it, and once again thread it onto the hub. Just like that. Again, wipe off any excess thread locker. Now for the updated portion of the assembly and tightening up the sheave, or you can also do this in a reverse for disassembling it. This fixture I have fits right onto the dowel holes on the variator assembly. And with this, I'm going to take my spanner wrench and tap into the holes on top. And really just kind of snug it up. Just nice and tight. Lastly, the service manual says to take a center punch and stake the sheaves so there would be no possibility of them backing out in about 3 spots. One side, flip side, and there you have the sheave assembly all together, ready to be either pressed into one of these 3, and it'll work on all 3 of them to renew your tractor and make it just like new. So if I can be of further help, it's GRL Restorations. Most of my items are on eBay and under GR Pilot. So look forward to seeing you, and hopefully this video was helpful. Good day.